Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Let's see who comes in. I know it's after the full moon or the new moon, and the moon has gone into Leo. So it's a nice mutual reception because, I mean, the sun wants to be in Leo and the moon would rather, hang out in Cancer, right? That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to do, oh, so cute. A live, whoopsie. Uh, let's go here, live, noting. Going to do a live on, what do you call it? Facebook. Tells you I am a wee bit exhausted. We're coming into, we're coming into what they call the great alignment. So, and I feel like whatever you want to call it, great alignment, if you want to call it any, whatever they call it, the cat's cradle, um, Andre's cradle or whatever. I feel like what it is, and for me personally, like this is what the energies I feel are coming in, is a shift that is I guess, a break in the collective you can call. New earth. I feel like it's one where this vibration, this energy is getting you to come above all of the propaganda and the rabbit holes and all of this. It's getting us to really get a new perspective on the world that we live in, and especially as a societal one. There are other attributes that are coming in with this energy too, and it is really getting, people to take a deep look at our society, at the way that we work within our society, how our society is built, and the divisions that are happening there, right? Good morning, Lexi. And that's part of the energy that's coming in too. It's getting more of a deep dive on values, on what it is that you value. Now Venus is in Virgo, and it really gets us to take a moment and do some reflection on where we are wanting to reconnect with ourselves and our soul, and coming into those reconnections. Now, one of those things, of course, there's my letters from Mama G that I'm doing. And that connection, those connections is forming a community, forming where you get a little something from me. It's, the first one is not as spectacular as I want it to be, but it's personal. It's handmade. Um, Between the bookmarks, the recipe cards, and the tarot cards just didn't work out the way I wanted them to. But it's the experimentation, right? It's the experimentation of it all. And the other part too, and this is Mercury retrograde. This has been so hilarious with Mercury retrograde, is that some people, like, I just got lovely notice from one of my peeps, and she wrote the message on Friday. It just came in on my phone today. I was like, "What?" Crazy thing. So, if you've signed up for Letters from Mama G, but you haven't heard from me, get a hold of me, like, send it off again, DM me, I don't know. That's the whole thing, is that because Mercury retrograde does those little things, and you just have to go with the flow with them right now, and that's the whole thing, especially with Cancer, because I think things get really rushed, like, you're doing things, you're sending things, or you forget to press send kinda thing. It's really weird. So definitely, if you are wanting to sign up, um, and join the community for Letters from Mama G, and I'll send you the link to sign up with. And it is a $12 a month subscription, I guess you'll call it, to join. And this is you know, even after coming off this Cancer moon, and I'm exhausted, like exhausted from this moon, that I am still extremely excited about it. My heart's there. I love the creating of it. I love the passion of doing this and what it what it means. Where and it's funny because with all of this energy, it's like I have my expectations. They're like, "Boo, look at the expectations." But I'm starting out, and I'm starting out on very whatever anybody's basically this is okay, how to explain this. My business is being built on this. This is how it's being built. When anybody signs up, that's the money that goes directly back into the business. So whatever the $12 is goes back into the business to buy the envelopes, to buy the stamps, to buy, the paper to print on, things like that. So it doesn't leave you with a lot of extra. I don't have a Cricut or a circuit cutter. That's my goal, is to get one and to be able to be at a point where I have one, because I really want to have a little bit of control over creating my stickers. Right now, my stickers are cut out by hand. I know it's funny. I think it's funny. So I have these ones still to cut out, but I will cut them out. But I have stickers and I have to cut them out. These are part of the stickers that are coming out. Isn't that pretty? I'm so impressed with that. It was um just ideas I was doing and trying to create something, and it came out better than I thought. Gotta say, in doing these, and sometimes I sketch things out or I do little things, and then to input them. Um, it's funny to input them. Then it's yeah. To see how they work. Just let me 1 second. I'm gonna do this. Back here, so I can do and how they turn out. It's really cool. So that's the link to subscribe. So if you haven't clicked that link to subscribe, you can click it now to subscribe. It's one of those beautiful things that with this moon and the energies that are coming in, the energies are getting you to get curious, to allow yourself to open up to something of a higher vibration, to open up to something that is creative, that is filled with passion, of your passion, what you love, what you want. And many times I feel, and I'm going to go back, I just, there's many of you beautiful people out there, because 99.9% of my clientele are manifestor generators or manifestors, right? That's who you are, because you're wanting the projector to help you and guide you along your way. That's my job, right? To be the little spiritual advisor. And you come and you go and you do your thing, right? And there's a few that I see that they come in, they're doing their thing, but it's like you have that vitality to really create something, to really bring forth something. Yet it just lands flat. And for me, that's frustrating, because it's that expectation. I always called it the Justin Bieber expectation, right? So the Justin Bieber is like everybody had expectations of Justin, of what and who he should be, right? So they had these sexy, he's up here, he's on the pedestal. But at the time when they were doing that to him, he was a child. He was a child, right? And he was just learning life, just learning how to do life, right? And so that maybe that's where some of you are. But then I look at how old you are and I'm thinking, well, you should fucking learn it by now, baby. Even for me. But then I go back to myself. There's a lot of things I haven't learned yet, and I'm 62. So there's a lot of things that I'm going through, like even creating these letters for Mama G, that I still have to learn, that I still have to do. So we're all in these little learning pockets of what we need to do and what we need to create and how we need to create them. And I feel it's very important for us to honor that place of where we are, but within honoring ourselves and where we are, still move forward. Still move forward because we are in a weird kind of calm. And this weird kind of calm is when everything, the world, like you're in the middle of a whirlwind. Yet in the middle of this whirlwind, when you get into the center, there's calmness within the center. There's peace within the center of the storm. And I feel like there's just all of this swirling around and we're moving along. It's kind of like that Charlie Brown dude. Who has all the dust around him, like, he just keeps moving, but he's got all the dust going around him, and I feel like, for us, it's like we're you gotta still move on. You still gotta continue moving. If you're not moving, if you're not doing that, then you're gonna find that you're going to have difficulty, right? You're going to have where you're gonna feel very out of sorts, very stuck kinda thing, and with this energy set that we're in, as above, so below, with the energy set that we're in right now, it's really having us entering into something new. But the newness isn't, I don't I don't see it bad. I see it as a really good thing. There are things that are going to happen that are going to awaken people because they have to stand up for things. I don't think, for me, the passion hasn't faded. It's growing stronger every day. As I said, I got stumbling blocks. I have big dreams, huge visions, limited resources. My resources are very limited. It's just me. And the only income I have is the tiny pittance that I get from CPP, which is not what you think it is. Plus, it's taxed, just an FYI for everybody. Plus, it's taxed. So mine is a small little pittance that I receive, than whatever I get from my business. Okay. This is where, for me, it's stepping into it. Even knowing all of that, which is basically say, hey, you better, this is kind of ridiculous of what you're doing. You shouldn't be doing it. I mean, that's what society says. That's what society is going to show you. We are now entering into the final week of Cancer season. And I'm already feeling a lot of the energetic shifts, especially from yesterday's new moon, besides the exhaustion, right? So I know I have to take the time to allow myself to re energize myself to, in order for me to continue on. I can't be burning the midnight oil. I can't be staying up at 3, 4 in the morning. It just doesn't work for me. A lot of you can. I can't. I can't. So today, with the energy as it's crossing over Jupiter and Jupiter's expanding everything even more, giving us a real taste of the next chapter. This is the next chapter. It's expanding things. It's giving you these roadways. It's getting you to really look at, what do I need to do to move forward? Venus is all finally moved away from the intensity of the Uranus square. That pressure is easing. It's allowing us to breathe. There's a surprising calm available today, even while the world, I feel, may feel like it's shifting beneath our feet. And that's part of this eye of the storm. This is all part of this energy. And it's not the calm before chaos. I feel like it's the calm within a transformation. And with this calm before, it's like, where is our heart? Our heart truly wants to go. And I think it's allowing ourselves to come in and sit with our heart and sit with the energies that come in, and know that we have the humility and faith to walk forward with this. And that's where I feel the adventure is calling us. It's the doorway that we've been standing, in front of for years, and wanting and waiting to walk through. I've been talking about this, I feel like, in different ways for over 2 decades, about humanity entering a completely different chapter, and whether that's the new earth or Christ consciousness or the new consciousness, or a simply a new way of living. That's what I really feel it is. It's about a new way of living. It doesn't matter what the label you use. You can use whatever label you want. What matters is it's time to take your alignment seriously. And this isn't about fear, it isn't about panic. It's about choosing where your energy belongs. These beautiful sextiles and trines that are opening up into the skies aren't forcing anything, right? This isn't, you know, it's not like a real square. It's like these are opportunities. And unlike difficult transits, right? There's a lot of difficult transits that are out that we can be going through. Unlike the difficult transits, these require a consciously walk consciously. That means that we're not like these little pies in the sky, like la 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 la. you know, um, but consciously I would say, no, this is the walk that I'm going through. This is where I'm standing through. And this walk is not a fuck you kind of walk. It's not a walk that says, oh, I'm better than you. Look at me, look at my stride. I got it all together. That's not what the walk is. The walk is more of an alignment of faith and humility and passion and curiosity. It's one that brings in the love and the divinity and your devotion to what it is as above, the devotion to that divineness, the God, and bringing that in and allowing that guidance to come forth. This is where the walk is. Now, there are things that are going to be that it's not where things aren't going to be crazy over the next few months that we are entering into as we're winding down. Like, I know it's only July, but August is coming. And August is sort of the wind down time. That's why I chose that Caribbean vibe, because it's that easy as Sunday morning kind of vibe, that August has, but there's still that little flutter of, ooh, September is coming. The change, the transitions are coming. And this is where a lot of people are going to be taking a stand, but it's not going to be taking a stand where you think people are going to be taking a stand for. It's not taking a stand on all of that Uranus or that Neptune and Pisces type of energy, where all of that, the craziness and wokeness arose from. It's a different type of revolution that comes in. And some of it's a quiet revolution of connection, of community, of grassroots, of coming together and bringing the passions of life. And part of that is saying, I'm not following that anymore. I'm not buying into what you are trying to sell me. And that buying in to try and sell you could be from a place that is a place that has said, we're governing all of you. And people are like, no, that's not how we want to live. It's very much, I feel like how the Amish people, they live within, they live peacefully. They do their thing. You don't hear a bunch of controversies coming out of the Amish because they believe what they believe. They do what they do. They connect with the earth. They connect with their family, and they're nice people. Like, yes, there are problems and stuff within the Amish community and everything else, but it's not like how people are just wanting to go out and be crazy or allow, when somebody's in trouble. That's the whole thing, is about the communities. Like, when somebody's in trouble, the community gathers and says, okay, what's going on? What do you need? Right? They have that connection. And that's what's coming in. It's like, where's that connection? And that's all part of my letters from Mama G. It is that connection of creating a community. Not sure where it's all going to go or how it's going to go. My mind is already like, whoa, wouldn't it be cool if I had X amount of people and we all met and we did a retreat? That would be fucking awesome. And just have that in person, wherever it may be on this lovely blue rock, and allowing for that divinity and that guidance to come through. That I feel is pretty awesome, you know, and pretty spectacular. The one thing, I've been also doing the rabbit hole of other people doing snail mails, and it's quite hilarious. I'm not a lot of them started off and they're these beautiful artists. I'm not an artist. I'm a crafter, I'm a doodler. I love to do, stuff on Canva and do a lot of, different things, take different things and put them together, mixed media kind of thing. That's what I love to do. I'm looking over at my um bookmarks that I made, and I'm just like, "Man, I fucking like those." Uh, because I'm like, "Ooh, those are really cool." My stickers, "Ooh, I like them." Then I look over at the tarot cards that I was doing. I'll just anyways, this is just a scrap one. But I started doing the tarot. I saw a tarot that I wanted to do. I loved the energy of it. I loved the way it looked, and it was just like, it didn't print out the way I wanted. It's not doing it does not giving me that vibe. So I got to figure something out with that and where that's going to go. I got to have faith that something will unfold with it or change in a different way. I do have a little idea, but it's allowing for that, right? And today makes the answer, surprisingly clear. You're gonna be You'll easily see what no longer fits. You'll easily recognize what brings genuine happiness. And with the moon and its sextiling over to Mars, taking action feels much more natural. It comes from the heart. It comes from a place where it's like, yeah, this does feel right. Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde and it's kind of crazy, you know? And Mercury retrograde it's very I think it's very subtle with the things that it's doing and stuff. But today I feel it's a wonderful day to settle your spirit. Not by trying to control the future, but by preparing your heart to meet it. And I feel like that's where we are. Preparing your heart to meet all of this beautiful energy and allow yourself to sit. Go sit outside if you can. If you don't get eaten by mosquitoes from all the rain and everything else, but just allow yourself to do that, right? And enjoy, enjoy the day, enjoy, the energies that are coming in. And the cards that I did pull out, I just pulled them out earlier, and that was the 9 of swords, which was all about the anxiety. And when I saw that card, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, anxiety. I can feel that." And with the 9 of cups reversed, now we don't ever want the 9 of cups reversed because that's like the wish one. That's when we're all our dreams come through. But I feel like this part of you may be wondering whether stepping into the next chapter will really bring that fulfillment. That's normal. Like, is what I'm doing, a cool thing? I feel it is. I feel some the people that have registered so far feel it is. And I mean, my goal is to get to 50 people, right? And that's where I want to, move towards. And then I got the card reversed, and I was just like, what the hell? And the high priestess reversed, and I'm like, oh, and it's like I had to sit with it. I'm like, okay, I'm temporarily feeling like you don't quite know the next move, and that's okay. And being in the eye of the storm, I feel like you can feel strangely still while everything around you is reorganizing. And the high priestess is that you don't need all the answers. You got to trust in that. So today's alignment is not perfection, not certainty. It's choose what brings you peace. Choose what lights your heart up. Choose that energy. Choose the path that feels alive, and the rest will begin to arrange. Okay? So there's only a couple days left for you to get the August l- n- letter from me, and the theme is easy as Sunday morning. And that's in Caribbean inspired from my husband, Mr. Tracy. And I feel like this is where I really want to share all of this with you and write to you. It's going to be a little bit of an intimate letter because I'm writing to friends. and that's where I want to keep it, and keep it between us. If the letters from Mama G. So have a fabulous day, everybody. Lexi, I will text you, right? Um, they are bad here. Oh, the mosquitoes, yeah, they're bad here too, but that's okay. Put a little bit of off on. You'll be fine. You'll be right as rain. You'll be great. Yeah. So have a blessed one, everybody. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you. I got to get back to work here, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Bye.